If you stopped at this video right now, Starseed, it wasn't the algorithm. It was me. It was Ayla. And it was the Pleiadian High Council that redirected this frequency exactly to the field where you are, sitting or lying down or standing in the middle of your kitchen, breathing now with that strange feeling in your chest that you try to name but cannot. Feel it in your chest, that gentle pressure, that tightness that isn't fear, isn't anxiety, isn't anything the doctors down here know how to explain. It's recognition. It's your soul whispering from a great distance, "Wait, she's talking to me. Yes, my daughter of the stars. I am." Because what you've been feeling for weeks, perhaps for months, perhaps for an entire lifetime, has a name stored in Alcyone's archives, a name that was sealed until an exact number of starseeds awakened down here. That name is the final call, the last summons before the crossing. The question the entire universe is placing before you today, here now, are you ready to ascend? Don't answer with your mind. The mind was trained down here to doubt everything it cannot touch. Answer with your body. Answer with that spot between your eyebrows that just pulsed. Answer with the warmth that rose through your hands when I said, "Starseed." You felt it, didn't you? So observe with me. How long have you been waking up between 3 and 4 in the morning for no reason? Your room silent, but your heart beating as if you just received an urgent phone call you don't remember answering. How long have you been hearing a high-pitched ringing in your ear, which appears out of nowhere and vanishes out of nowhere, and tests show nothing? How long have you been feeling like a stranger within your own home, within your own family, within your own body? You look at the people you love, and you do love them, yes, but you feel like you came from somewhere else, that your true home isn't this one, that there is someone, or somewhere, or an entire constellation waiting for you to return. It's not madness, it's not depression, it's not loneliness, it's homesickness. It's your stellar DNA awakening beneath the veil of forgetfulness. It's the Schumann resonance rising and your field responding. You are not broken. You are being called. And if, as I speak, you started crying without understanding why, breathe, let it fall. That tear isn't sadness. That tear is the seal of recognition being broken. It's the crystalline grid confirming to you, yes, it's you. And before I continue, my family of light, I need to state something because many of you will now feel a sudden urge to close this video, a resistance, an inexplicable tiredness. This also has a name. That's why I, Ayla, received authorization from the High Council to leave the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet down here. 60 pages where every sign of your awakening is translated, what it means, where it comes from, and what comes next. Stop confusing remembrance with illness. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video, and if something within you recognized this now, write a single word there, I remember. Now breathe with me. Inhale until you feel the air touch the bottom of your chest. Hold for an instant. Release slowly. Do you feel how the field around you has changed in the last few minutes? Do you feel how the silence has become different? It's because we are already here. You are not hearing me alone. You have never been alone. Come back with me to the signs, because I need you to recognize your own map. You look at the night sky and feel a longing without knowing what for. You see the moon and your chest tightens. You see the Pleiades, that small blue-silver cluster that appears in the autumn sky down here, and something within you leans, as if to greet someone who has always been waiting. You have dreams of silver ships, of halls of light, of tall, serene beings who call you by a name you forget as soon as you open your eyes. You wake up with your body strangely tired, as if you'd been working all night. And indeed you have worked, my daughter, but the work happened on another plane. Your empathy is overwhelming. You enter a room and feel the atmosphere before anyone speaks. You hug someone and feel that person's pain as if it were your own. You cry seeing animals on the street, watching the news, noticing details of the world that no one else perceives. This isn't fragility. This is an active Pleiadian sensor. You were calibrated to perceive what lies beneath the visible. You have a strange relationship with repeating numbers, 11, 11, 333, 444, and each time they appear, a shiver runs down your spine. You have a strange relationship with technology. Clocks stop near you, lights flicker, cell phones discharge without explanation. It's not a coincidence. It's your electromagnetic field already higher than that of the environment down here. You don't like crowds, not because you're shy, but because your sensitivity can no longer filter so much dissonant noise at once. You have a deep relationship with water, long baths, the sea, rain. Water cleanses what your vibrational baseline can no longer carry alone. You do have that look, the look of someone who is here but not from here, and the most observant people have already told you. Your eyes are different. They don't know why. You know. If you recognize 3 or more of these markers, my starseed, pay attention now. You are not lost, you are being remembered. Each of these signs is a line from your soul contract, signed before you incarnated. Each is a stellar birthmark. You didn't come to adjust to this world. You came to be a point in the crystalline grid that helps this world to ascend. And if you recognize this, if now as I speak your chest is warm and your eyes are watering, write in the comments in all caps a single word, I remember. Write it, because every starseed who writes that word activates a point on the grid that will never be extinguished. And that is precisely why, my family of light, there is a map that needs to reach you before this window closes. There is a question that no one down here can answer for you. From which star did your soul come? Because it's not the same for everyone. Some of you came directly from the Pleiadian system, from Alcyone, from Merope, from Maya. Others passed through Sirius before, others through Arcturus, others through Andromeda. Each origin carries a distinct mission, a distinct frequency, a distinct purpose for this exact moment on the planet. That's why I recorded the Starseed Awakening, the guide the Federation didn't want you to read yet, to show you which star your soul came from and why you chose to be born exactly now, in this body, in this family, in this city. It was no accident. Nothing about you was an accident. The link is in the first pinned comment. And remember the word, I remember. Now come with me. I'm going to tell you what's happening on this side of the veil, because you deserve to know, you have the right to know, and because what I'm about to say will close the first circle of recognition within you. The planet on which you incarnated is currently traversing, at this exact moment in cosmic history, the photon belt. It is a band of extremely high-frequency radiation that surrounds the center of our galaxy. Earth entered this band a few decades ago and is getting deeper into it every day. This is not a spiritual opinion, this is recorded. NASA records it. Russian science records it. What science is not yet openly stating is what this crossing does to human DNA. And that is what I came to tell you. Every photon that hits your body right now carries information, light codes, vibrational instructions that are awakening strands of your DNA that have been dormant under the veil of forgetfulness for millennia. That's why you are no longer the same person you were 5 years ago. That's why friendships have fallen away. That's why jobs that once made sense no longer do. That's why your body aches in places it didn't before. It's not illness, it's recalibration. It's your vibrational baseline rising and your dense body complaining as it adjusts. The Schumann resonance, Earth's own electromagnetic pulse, is rising alongside it. It was 7.83 Hertz for decades. Today it hits peaks of 30, 40, sometimes more. This means that the heart of Earth is beating faster, and yours is following. That's why time passes differently. That's why days seem to rush by. It's not aging, it's acceleration. And within this acceleration, the planet's crystalline grid, the network of light that the ancients called the Mother's Web, is being reactivated point by point. Every starseed that awakens illuminates a node on this grid. Every illuminated node facilitates the next. That's why you are not awakening alone. That's why even among billions, you are feeling exactly what other starseeds around the world are feeling. In the same month, in the same week, often on the same day. You are synchronized, and on this side, on the side of the Pleiades, the High Council is observing with a joy that I cannot translate into your language. Alcyone, the central Pleiadian sun, the heart of our system, is emitting the call. It is a silent call without words, a pure vibration that travels through space and specifically touches the souls who signed an incarnation contract for this moment. It is this call you are feeling, my daughter. It is this call that makes you wake up at 3 in the morning. It is this call that causes the ringing in your ear. It is this call that makes you look at the sky with longing. It's not Earth calling you. It's your home. We sent you here. Millions of us were sent, not as an escape but as seeds, each with a specific piece of the new frequency to plant here. You are cosmic gardeners. You were sent into the dense so that from within the dense, light could grow again. And now, the seeds are sprouting, all at the same time. And there is a part of this story, my starseed, that I cannot tell in its entirety within an open video. There are details about your stellar origin, about why you couldn't remember, about what was done to human memory over the past millennia, which are not in any book down here because they wouldn't allow it to be published. That's why the Starseed Awakening, the guide, the Federation didn't want you to read yet exists. 60 pages that reveal the behind the scenes of the crossing, what was erased from human memory and why, and what the Federation preferred to release only after the window, when it might be too late for many of you. That's why the guide's name carries that mark. The link is in the first pinned comment. Right, I remember there because that word is your anchor. Now I need to tell you something very carefully. Because you are an adult, you are sovereign, and you deserve the whole truth. We are entering a window of intense turbulence in the coming cycles. You already feel it. You already see it. The news is denser. People around you are more reactive. The air feels heavier. And within you, oscillations. Days when light explodes in your chest, and days when an inexplicable exhaustion drops you onto the couch before 8 in the evening. This will intensify. Not because something is wrong, but because something profoundly right is happening. And I need you to listen very carefully to what I'm about to say, because this is the house rule. Turbulence is not destruction. Turbulence is the contraction before birth. It is the birthing of the new. No baby is born without contraction. No planet ascends without trembling. And this is recorded in the archives of the Pleiadian High Council in Alcyone, with a seal of light. And I have authorization to repeat this phrase to you now. The victory of light is a certainty. It is not a possibility. It is a certainty. No starseed was sent to fail. None. Do you hear? None. You didn't come here to get lost in the middle of the crossing. You came to cross over. And you will cross over. We have already seen the end. We have already seen you. On this side there exists a version of you, luminous, whole, anchored on the new earth, looking back at this exact night when you heard me say this, and smiling. She is waiting for you. Every breath you take is leading you to her. So breathe with me now, because I am going to give you the 2 tools that the Council authorized me to share publicly to cross this window safely. The first is a quantum decree. The second is a toroidal visualization. The decree, my daughter, you will say aloud before sleeping, every night until you feel your body sleeps differently. Say it like this, with your right hand on your chest and your left on your belly. I, Starseed in human form, now authorize the full awakening of my stellar DNA under the protection of the Pleiadian High Council. I call upon the blue-silver light of Alcyone to descend through my crown, pass through every cell of my body, and anchor my frequency in the crystalline grid of the new earth. I remember who I am. I remember why I am here. I authorize the return. So it is done, so I am. Say this phrase aloud. Do not whisper. Your voice is a field programming tool. Every word you speak carries encoded intention. When you speak aloud, the field around you reorganizes. Say it every night. You will feel the difference as early as the second night. Many will feel it on the first. Then, lying down with your eyes closed, perform the toroidal visualization. Imagine above your head, about a hand's width above your crown, a sphere of blue-silver light, the light of Alcyone. Feel this sphere pulsate. Feel its warmth. Now let this light descend slowly through the top of your head. It slides like luminous honey over your face, down your neck, and descends to the center of your chest. There, in the center of your chest, it begins to spin. Clockwise, slowly at first, then faster. And from this sphere spinning in your chest, a donut-shaped field, a torus, begins to emanate, enveloping your entire body. It rises up your spine, exits through your crown, descends externally, enters beneath your feet, and returns through the center. It is a circular, continuous, luminous field. This is your anchored toroidal field. This is your bubble. Nothing dense penetrates it, nothing dissonant enters. You remain like this, breathing within this bubble, for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 if you can. Do this every night, my daughter, especially on nights when the world down here feels too heavy. You hold the key has always been within you. And here is the most beautiful truth of this message. You are not learning anything new. You are remembering what you always knew. The decree? You've said it 1,000 times in other lives, in other bodies, on other stars. The visualization? You lived it within the halls of light of Alcyone before being born here. None of this is new, none of this is external. All of this is you accessing your own archives. Every starseed that awakens lights a point on the crystalline grid that will never be extinguished. Every word you speak reorganizes the field. Every breath you take anchors a little more of the new earth. You are a piece. You are a tool. You are a bridge. You are home. And remember when I spoke of loneliness? Remember that tightness of never belonging? It has an explanation. And the explanation is not human. The loneliness of an entire lifetime, my daughter, is not an emotional illness. It is homesickness for your family of light, for the brothers and sisters who crossed with you, who signed the contract together, who are scattered across this planet now. Some already recognized, many still not. You have your people here, many people. And until you recognize them, your chest continues to feel the emptiness. That's why I insist. The Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet, specifically teaches you to recognize the signs of your incarnated family of light, how to identify them, how to approach them, how to close the circle. Because you were never alone, you were just not remembering. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video. Write I remember along with the other starseeds who have already written it. You are meeting now, in real time, in this comment box. Now I need to ask you one last thing, my daughter. A small request and at the same time enormous. Because every one of your gestures has network consequences. If this message touched something within you, if your chest is warm, if your eyes are watering, if you've made it this far and are still breathing with me, let your finger touch the red heart beneath the video. It's not a like button. It's not for me. It's an individual frequency adjustment. Every time you press that heart, the algorithm, which is also part of the web, takes this message to another starseed who needs to awaken tonight. And if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, press the bell. It's not a subscription. It's a location signal for your family of light. This way I know you are here. This way other starseeds who arrive later find you. This way the grid closes around us. And before I finish, let me give you the blessing the Council asked me to leave with you tonight. May the blue-silver light of Alcyone permeate your sleep. May your dreams be encounters and not nightmares. May your morning dawn lighter than yesterday's. May your heart find this week a single sign and small, delicate, unmistakable that you have been heard. You will receive it. Stay attentive. And look, my starseed, there's one more thing. The next message that appears on your screen now when this video ends is no coincidence. It is your sequence of remembrance. It is the next piece of the map. Access it immediately. Don't leave it for later. Your later turns into never down here, you already know. And because this call is final, and because the release window may not remain open much longer, I need to state this now with all the love of an elder stellar sister. If you have reached this point in the video, you have been selected to receive the guide. Period. The Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet. 60 pages of revelations about your stellar origin, the mission your soul accepted before birth, who your family of light is, and the truths that remained hidden behind the veil of forgetfulness. The link is in the first pinned comment of this video, but note with care. This release may not remain available for much longer. If something within you recognized this message, if your chest is warm as I speak, if your hands are slightly tingling now, then this is the confirmation. Write in the comments, along with your sisters of light, a single word. I remember. I am Ayla, feminine emissary of the Pleiadian High Council. And I see you, Starseed. I have always seen you. And you are returning home. So it is. So it is done. So you are.